Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the front room. And it's another dreary day here. I have an 18 by 24 inch canvas. I have a cling wrap filled pour pan because I want to pour some colors off when I do a traveling ribbon or ring pour, whatever you want to call it. And I want to save them to use another time, and I think I can. I have some paper towels not cut. I have some paper towels cut. I may cut them again, and I may use them as swipe rags, or I may not. But in the meantime, I think what we're going to start is, this is my swipe tool. That's another potential swipe tool. These are silicone cupcake containers, and I think I'm going to put a few different colors after my glasses go in there into those, and I'm going to look right now for what belongs right in front of me. Did I move it? Yes, it's over there. I want some Anita's metallic pearl to go in the bottom of my ring pour cup, because that's what I prefer instead of regular white. And then, because the Folk-Art neon purple works really well, I think I'm going to use some of that. And I really actually like purples so much, I'm going to continue on that theme. Use some dioxazine purple, which is probably a Modern Masters from Hobby Lobby. And then go back again, some Anita's white metallic, and use my purple flash from Folk-Art, which is a color shift. And then I have some turquoise metallic, which I don't know where it came from, but I always make my metallics when I don't have them with iridescent pearl fine from Golden. So that works well. I have just been looking at an old video that I like the colors of. I'm going to use some magenta that has iridescent pearl fine in it also. And I'm going to just mix the Deco-Art Americana Gold, 24 karat gold, that has some orange color shift in it. And some actual gold, because I can, the name of my book. Somebody asked me not to mention my book anymore, but it's on the Amazon link. It's under the link tree. So there. There's another one too. It's called Unlimited Possibilities. So I'm just going to do a semi-rainbowish type configuration here. What do I want next to that green gold? I used to have another color green, and I think I miss it. Let's grab some of this other darker color green, because I like greens with purples very much. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And let's put a little bit of this mysterious. I have one more jar left. Those are nice colors. I like those colors. I have some color shifting blue from a while ago. I may have put unicorn spit in it to adjust the color some. I do that. And strangely enough, I have some Folk-Art Treasures red opal, which is maybe an odd thing there, but looks kind of cool anyway. I may not want these. If I do, I'll fill them. So I'm going to use some more gold. And then, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take some black acrylic enamel and put it right down the center, because a little enamel in a paint mixture seems to affect everything, which is kind of cool. And I move most of my things back so I can mess with my canvas. Got some other colors in there. Do I want to put them in there? They're from yesterday. Yeah, let's put them in there too. They're not getting any better where they're sitting. I've got another little container too. So this little tequila hat fits in there perfectly, which I really like, because I can probably add some other color onto that and use it. So whatever I've got here, I'm going to start with some gold. Excuse me, really? I'm going to start with some black, and then I'm going to use my OXO omelet turning spatula. This is my favorite part sometimes, where I just get to play with the design and have some fun for a minute, because I figure if I spread it in enough directions, then I can see how far the paint will go. And most of the time I get it right, but sometimes I don't. And then I'll just add a little more. This has got a stretcher bar on the back of it, which makes it easy to fit onto the tile that is not really large enough to hold it up. And as you may have just noticed or not, I ran my spatula the length of the canvas and then I tried to move it to the end and it brought so much paint with it. Which is actually a nice thing. Should you want to pick some up, there's a nice layer and you can put it down and cover anywhere. So it might take me a minute to do this. And there is a thing in there that does not belong. Usually I would remove that with my tweezers, but sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to look for them. Like that moment right there. Almost done. I'm sure half of you skipped ahead to see what's coming. So I've been watching different artists, Kathleen from Cause Creations, do traveling ribbon pours in her own style. They're pretty cool. I've enjoyed that. Been inspired a little bit. That stretcher bar and the slightly slack canvas are not my best friends, as in it leaves a sort of a void there unless I cover it. But since I'm indoors finally and I don't have the heat to contend with, not that I would outside today anyway because it's dreary and raining and has been mostly for days, what that does is make the lawn grow like a foot a day. No, I'm kidding. Close. Similar. Alright, I've talked long enough. I've fussed long enough. It doesn't matter what I have there. I'm sure I have an edge catcher here. I may or may not use it. That's what this pour pan is for. I don't even know how well I'm going to be able to operate with that. But let's just go. And try this new pattern way of making a pattern. And I'm just going to travel back and forth until I run out of steam. I kind of wish I had put some blue in there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Anita's blue. That's pretty cool. And just put it in my cup. So the next time I want some. And what I really want to use is my Venetian blue. But in the meantime, let's just do this thing. Get my edge catcher out of the way. This is a very different way of doing things for me. Don't mind spreading stuff around some. Going to be very curious. I mean, this is basically fun. This is a total experiment. See how far I can get it to spread, how much of the pattern I can keep. Spread it up and down and all around. And I'm kind of thinking I would have maybe preferred not to go straight across, but seeming as this is the first time doing this exact method, thank you Kathleen by the way. Kudos to Kathleen for developing her own style. But the trick about this is the same as the trick I do with traveling ring pours, which is to let it all spread out. Do I see that thing in there or is it a bubble? I don't know what it is. But there's a couple of them. They might be bubbles. So that's me letting it spread out. And I don't want it straight across the canvas. And when I get edges like that, the drips, I might contemplate, seriously, just using one of my little swipe tools, including getting one of my paper towels wet, because that is not my usual MO. I usually use acetate or a damp cotton rag. There we go, I'm going straight back to center again. So I'm really curious to see if I can save this paint and use it again on something. It probably won't be here, but you know what, since I have it, it could also turn out to be here. So I'm just going to put that right down over there. And I'm going to see what I like about this. And what I want is some more gold. And no matter where you put heavy paint, it's going to be something that makes other paint flow, and it's going to flow faster. So we're going to see if I can get that to run a little bit. in a couple of directions, because it'll be a good experiment. And of course, the less straight across I pour, yeah, I didn't leave my pan here. Oh well, never mind. I definitely want to drip into my pan, and I want to save my drippings. I also might want to really play with the edge of that right now, because I can right here. So let me grab one of these paper towels and my pair of scissors and do a little snip snip. I thought I cut some already, to tell you the truth, but I'm not seeing them. Let's give it a shot, shall we? I should not have done that. Now I've got to undo it again. Alright, well, let's just see what happens, because I want to see. My paint isn't super thick below this red opal area. I can't even hold this. Let's just dip it in and see what happens. And I never put any black enamel down, which I really, really want to. So let's put some black enamel down there on that edge, because that will probably make a nice difference. But we'll see. Looks like a huge wild rain cloud. I think the deeper I go into the color, the more likely I am to make cells. That was actually a thing. So because I can, and because I'm here, I think I'm just going to keep playing and do whatever I want. I've got some color to use up. It's very similar. Am I? I'm not going to get it. Where is it? I've got to back up. There we go. I don't want that to be uniform, and I do want to use that gold. And I am going to put some more black enamel in there. And I am going to continue on with the same rag. And I'm very much contemplating putting some of my my Venetian blue in there. It occurs to me what I really want is some of the green gold from Folk-Art. And I am going back and taking a lot more gold this time. Probably smaller sections of towel would be good. I can do whatever I want to this, including basting brush. I want to tear that. Maybe I can cut it. Cut it with paint on. What a not a good idea. Alright. Note to self. Wipe off scissors. Because I want some more random looking patterns than the same swath. With that brought up some blue. I like that. I want some turquoise in there. I've just decided. And being that I haven't done this before, I think it's a good time to try random areas. Especially if I've got the corner of that paper towel working for me, which I'm not sure I do. So that's different. I'm not sure what it signifies, if anything. Pretty much nothing. But it's kind of cool. So we'll just keep going. And I'm going to take a whole bunch of black enamel and put it down here. And I'm going to try and get my random on. I want some more of that red opal. And I really do want to use up the last of this paint in here, even if it's kind of an odd, oh, I'm going to have a marble fall out of me. I might as well just let that marble fall, you know. Come on. Now that there we go. One less marble in my mix. So what color do I want to go with those colors? I'm going to save my ring pour for when I come back from picking up my car that's Bruck. I would, oh, that's it. I was talking about the, yes, that's it. The green gold from Folk-Art. That's a color shift. And what else do I want in there? Maybe some more of that turquoise is a good idea. And I might go back again and bring in my piece of acetate because I'm not super confident that this is all that I want it to be. This is fun to experiment. So I'm quiet because I'm focused, not getting a ton of cells, but I have no rules as far as this particular piece goes either. I can do what I'm doing and then pour some more of that paint if I want to. I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys whatever I'm going to tell you, which is, I don't know. What am I going to tell you? I'm going to tell you I sell my art. My email address is below the video. I'm going to throw this down and look for my little swipe card. And pull a few colors because they pull nicely. And they make a different texture than the paper towel. I especially like the little hook I'm using. I don't have a super heavy layer of paint, which means I probably can't tip that. But I bet I can tip what I had a little bit. Let's see what happens with the tipping. We've got some movement. I want to use the rest of my, I want to use some more of my paint. I just want to make a completely whacked out there, hey, I've got paper towels handy, abstract. So let's just do that. I missed the green I wanted in there, but I think it's okay. As much as I like that red opal there, I want something in that bottom corner, and I think I'm going to grab my pan and bring it back again. This is just right out there in nonsensical, why is she doing that? No idea sort of land. Pour some stuff off. And I could pick that up again. Alright, evidently there should be a part 2. I'm going to tell you guys, check the link tree for my Amazon link. If you shop there at no added cost to you, it helps me out. And I appreciate that. My Teespring clothing is below the video. I'm going to keep working here. I'm going to put some green into my mix. And I don't know what you'll see before you're gone. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery saying there is an exhibition video on the end of any other video, and if you would like to help be of support to the studio, you can find it to see what the month's drawing prizes are. And if you use PayPal or Patreon, you'll be automatically entered. If you share my videos, it helps me out, and I really appreciate that very much. I really should come back for part 2 because this is interesting, and it could keep getting interesting, and I think I'm having too much fun playing to stop anyway. I want some Prussian blue in that color batch now. And it is bizarre. Okay, what did I do with my swipe